Good morning, good morning. Ugh, I can't even buckle my seatbelt. There we go. So, I have some extra free time right now. So, I'm gonna be heading out to my brother's house to help him swap out a water heater. His water heater's pretty old. I think he moved in his house probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember. Maybe a little bit less than that. And that thing was like 30 years old. So it's getting up there with age. It's not leaking yet, but so we're just trying to get ahead of the curve. So we got a nice Bradford white water heater to put in there, and I'm hoping I can drain that thing, or else I have to go to Plan B because there's so much sediment in there. When he bought the house, I remember that thing was like, you would hear it make a bunch of noise. It was all at the bottom, so you know there's a bunch of sediment. He nor I actually wanted to mess with it back then. Well, no, in the beginning we said, well, yeah, we're gonna drain it, and like eventually we're like, you know, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it, because I mean, once you start draining it, you can't really stop if the valve is bad. I mean, you can close it back up, but there's a chance it's gonna go bad. I guess you can do it live, switch it live, but why put yourself in all that hurt for nothing when you know that water heater hasn't been drained for a long time. The thing was like popping like popcorn. But since he's lived there, I think the sound went away because there's so much sediment that must have got flushed out or something. Something happened. But I'll get you guys some shots. Another freebie. Okay, so guys, we're here. We are here. We're having problems already. This is where is this thing? 50 gallon, and it's let's see what year. I think we're going off the serial number. I think that's how we figured it out, or something. I forgot there was something that showed the year. Not there. It was on the sticker before, wasn't it? Yeah, 1991. Unless that's the ANSI. The ANSI. I don't know. This thing is old, that's all I know. Yeah, I would say it's the original. There's no way though. Yours is, when was the house? When was the house made? 66? Okay, so I tried draining it. It's not draining. Usually what you can do is you can just rip this out, and you hurry and put another valve in live, which I don't suggest. It's not a big deal, but you can see this thing is all rotted. But it could be just a bunch of junk in there. I don't want to take no chances. So we're just going to cut it off on top and go from there. You got the quick cutter? Yeah. I need it. No, not that. Hand cutter. Hand cutter. If I use this, there's a chance a bunch of water is going to come out and it's going to ruin that. Did it before. Okay, hold this for me. Where's this thing going? This way. This way. Water is off. We already shut the water off. I also had the relief valve open. I have all the hots open in the house and I can't get this thing to drain. Beautiful. Okay. I think that's it. Should have put a towel on there, dude. We're gonna scratch your washer. Oh. Wow. It's gonna fight me. With a screwdriver. Dirty. think whole thing's spinning. Can't do it.
Spin it left more. There you go.
Seems worse. Huh.
What is that?
Well, maybe that goes in this dip tube. Yeah, I don't think it's broken. I don't think it's broken. So everybody usually runs a PEX line down here. Well, they'll take this off, run a PEX line, then they'll suck it out. I'm gonna try running a hose of that because there's a dip tube on there. We'll see. We'll just try it this way. Definitely not right, but why not, right? Well, why run a PEX line? We can just get it running from the top. That's gonna leak. That's gonna leak. Because it's tapered threads. Darn it, I wonder if I could just get it just tight enough. Nope. So this one goes back here. Union. This gas pipe's probably gonna fall. Hopefully there's a 90 there.
There has to be.
There we go. We're good.
I'm gonna say it runs parallel with the ceiling.
Yeah. Why don't you try and get a better picture, sweetheart?
Okay, baby girl.
You just gotta get this thing out of here.
Bear hug it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I like this thing because it doesn't really focus on your arms, your hand strength.
Is that the monkey wrench?
Oh yeah. So everybody's talking about, you know, this, how you have dissimilar metals and they corrode this and that. You need your, what is it called, the dielectric unions, because you're gonna have issues, blah blah blah. This has been here for 30 years plus, and the fitting's not all rotted. You know, even what's his name, Steve Lavimere doesn't even put dielectric unions, because these are supposed to be dielectric right here, the nipples. So yeah, I just literally just double washered it. Since this is, you know, this is tapered threads, that's not, this hose attachment's not meant for tapered threads. But as long as it's not leaking, it's working, it's sucking the water out. You know, I think it's a lot faster than taking the whole thing out, feeding a piece of PEX tube, and then trying to suck it out that way. So, we're pumping water out now, finally. Finally. Dude. Horrible cameraman.
Who did that?
Probably me. I don't care, but you're responsible. You're the cameraman. Now hit the light 3 times. Okay, here we go, guys. Get these dielectric unions on. Gonna wrap the threads 3 to 4 times. If I can get it. Don't want to cover that up. Wow. And then rip it. You're gonna twist it to set it. And that's it. And same thing for this one. If I can get it going. Set it. Put some dope on this. Obviously in the same way you put that on there. You always want to put this stuff on, like if you're looking at the pipe, you want to put the Teflon tape clockwise. If you're looking at the pipe, sometimes it gets easy, or sometimes it's easy to put it the wrong way. But you'll know when you put the pipe on it, or you thread it on there, because it'll start coming off. I always like to put this on here. Helps lose the threads up, and everything's set really nice. Once again, overall, I guess you can like this too. So I would like to double check if there's a washer in here, but we'll get this on here for right now.
Wait.
What?
You're covered. You take the plastic off?
Stay cool, fool. Stay cool, fool.
Brian.
What?
These.
No. You leave those on. Those are the heat traps. He was asking, show him. He was asking if we were taking these covers off. This is a heat trap. You don't take those off.
Why is that one all?
Or it's I think it's part of the dielectric fitting, right. But I think they're called heat traps. But here, back away. That's a good question. Definitely a good question. You gotta be really careful with this. I mean, you can tighten the crap out of them. What's gonna happen is this is gonna stretch out, and you don't want to over tighten it. Just want it good and tight. You want to split this thing. Hold on. Looks like the pump stopped. Come on.
Coming.
You think I'm gonna have enough room if I spin this thing out?
Yeah.
We have the gas off.
You're pushing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you're scratching my water heater.
Yeah. Threads. Here we go. It's off. I'll cut these lines back further. Oh, they use them. It's red. Type M.
That's the cheap stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thin stuff.
It's safe enough. That's efficient. You gotta get it again on that one.
Here, can you get this one back here? So we're gonna go off the coupling. Make sure you got rubbers in there. Well, that thing's already getting pushed down. Okay, that's good. Put a mark on it. Oh, since we're looking at this, it's the gas line right here. So we actually, we found out it wasn't lining up perfectly. So since they had a full length of pipe, show the full length. Oh, look at me, dude. Here, show the full length. You see it? Yeah, I guess you can see it in there. So here's a full length of pipe. So we were stuck bringing it down further and then coming up 90 and going into it directly. So we'll cut the 1 inch, I mean the 12-inch pipe. This is L. And I just put a new blade here too. A little harder to cut. It should be L. I'm not seeing no blue here. Yeah, there's a blue. Also, put it in there. Bring the inside, outside, inside, outside,
You know any good jokes?
no. Do you?
Always. I'm a dad.
I'm a dad. You didn't go that close, but I see what you're saying. Okay. Mark that. Yeah, some of these fit weird. That's why I make sure. I always put them in. And I like to compare it, see if it's gonna in there all the way every time. And that's how these things are gonna fail if you're not in all the way. Rubber's inside there. It's in all the way. Right there. Cleaned. Put this back in here. Line all the way through that pipe. Weird. Washer, washer. Get this in here. Okay, so that's one. We're gonna probably straighten that up when we're kinking it, crimping it. For this one, turn it off. These are C1s, rigid. Nope, we're not using 1/2 inch, so we're using 3/4. Does it work for the C1 or the V1, I believe. Yeah, C1, V1. The V1's bigger. Oops. Can you see that mark down?
Yeah, it's on it.
Okay. Put your back way so they can see the angle and all that. Okay, so these valves are junk. I told him before that. He's like, "Oh no, well they're still working." And then I was shutting the water off earlier. He's like, "Well, did you work it in?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, apparently they're having issues shutting off properly, and yeah, they feel so gummed up. I've seen these things fail already. Just meaning they're not shutting off all the way. So I'm just gonna replace the one. Give them a nice watts. So you don't have to be so easy because this thing feels like crap. It really does. That thing sucks. Clean this up before we cut it, makes life easier. Okay. Get a spot where solder's not gonna get in our way. We got the O-rings in there. Oh, come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, so now I need a 5 3/8 piece. So I'm just gonna use the one with the stop on it, but I'm just gonna use it to get a reference. Get my measurement. Ugh. Then use a pass-through coupling to get it right. Ugh. Okay. Okay. New valves in. Beautiful. We just have to add the ground for the water heater. You know, I think I'm gonna add it back there. Leave them all open for right now. Is there water coming out of any lines? Shut them off if there's water coming out of them. Dom. Did you hear me? There we go.
Leaks? No.
I don't know. I didn't check any leaks yet. I don't see any leaks. Oh man, I can't get my hands in there. What's running, Dom? Yeah, you know what? I just... Let's see. Start that up. Let's see. I can't see if the pilot's going. Come on. Yeah.
No, that sounds good.
So, for recap, we added a valve in. Let's check for leaks right now. And actually, I have to go get a leak tester for my gas, for my truck, so we can start testing the gas. Give me yeah, no leaks. Everything looks good. We got the valve here. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I did end up adding a valve in. And then we had to add this universal vent in. It goes from B vent to C vent. And we just went down to the C vent and just screwed it in. Forgot to show you guys this. And that pipe for that pressure relief valve. I don't want you guys yelling at me. But other than that, that's a wrap.